Look, I get it. You've read Rich Dad Poor Dad and you are still not really making a lot of money. And just last week you read Think and Grow Rich, and again you still don't have an income that you're actually proud of. Now before we go any further, let me just explain that books alone will not make you rich or wealthy. Books will simply just give you three things. They'll give you tools, resources, and the mindset shifts you need to embody if you want to start making a lot of money and if you want to become rich. I personally don't believe that if you just think about becoming successful all day, every day, you won't become successful. In my opinion, you have to think you're going to be successful, but you have to, of course, take those necessary actions and execute on the strategies you've learned to actually become successful. So it's not enough just to think it and read it in a book. We have to think it, believe it, read it in a book, and then actually take action every single day. Now, these three books that I'm going to uncover with you very, very soon are very, very practical. What I mean by this is that they're not all super high level, where it's very, very hard to conceptualize and understand how to actually apply what you're reading. It all sounds good, right? But it all sounds a little bit far-fetched. These books are easy to understand and they will give you those tools, those practical tools that you need to go out there, start making money and to build your own business. And above all, one thing these books do incredibly well is that they will teach you how to think clearly and in a systematic way. Being able to think big, but also logically is such a key skill as an entrepreneur. So with that out of the way, let's get into the three books. So book number 1 is called Cybernetics. If I was to round up this book just in a couple of sentences, 1, it's about mindset, it's about your personal values, and it teaches you how to think positively, optimistically and realistically. The reason I think this book is so crucial for anybody, whether you're just starting out on your journey or you've been doing this for a while and you want to scale up, right? You're not satisfied with where you're at and you want to scale to that next level. This book is incredible because it really looks at you as a person. The money you're going to make and the income you will generate is going to be based off of who you are as a person. If you do not think you are worthy of making $1 million, you're not going to make $1 million. If you think that people don't like you because of the way you look, people probably won't like you. So when we have all of these negative thoughts and beliefs, all of these correlate to the money we generate, the relationships we have, and pretty much everything in our lives. So if we can just take a step back and fix the core issue, which is how we look at ourselves and what we say to ourselves late at night, deep in our thoughts, if we can fix those things, we're going to be able to create more wealth, income, and success in our lives. So an absolutely incredible book. Again, it's very, very practical. It gives you real life examples and it gives you exercises that you can actually follow. It's not just telling you be happy, be successful. It's literally giving you the things that you need to do each day to make that become a habit. So again, whether you are just starting off as an entrepreneur, as a business owner, or you've been doing this for a while and you want to scale to the next level, I really do think this book is going to give you value, even if you have been doing it for ages and you're making a decent bit of money already. I've read this book probably 4 times already. I continually go back to it every few months because I feel like just by brushing up on the things that I learned from that book, I will make more money because I will reevaluate if my thoughts have slipped, if my beliefs have slipped, if I'm looking at myself negatively, and it'll get me back on that right track. Because everybody has negative thoughts, feelings, beliefs, and all of that sometimes. So this book is really just going to give you a more practical way of looking at those things and how you can actually then overcome them in the long term. Not just a short-term fix, but in the long term. Okay, book number 2. This is going to be perfect for any of you in marketing, right? So if you need to do lead generation, you need to do sales, this is going to be good. So the book is called Fanatical Prospecting. And as you can probably tell from the title of the book, right, it's all about prospecting. And if you don't know what prospecting is, think of it like this. If you run a marketing agency like myself, to get a client, a business owner to pay you, you have to first off find prospects, right? These are people who might be interested in what you have to offer. And if they're interested, they then become a lead. And after they become a lead, they slowly make that transition into hopefully becoming a client or just a dead lead, someone who's not going to go and do business with you. So if we can get really, really good at this first area of prospecting, finding these businesses that might be interested and might need our help, it's going to be very, very easy for us to get more leads, get more clients, and then build a business which makes us way more money. So again, another super practical book, not all high level, very much based on real life examples and the practical solutions you need to find more prospects, to follow up in a better way, to get more responses from people, to transition more of the prospects, right, the people who might be interested in working with you, to becoming a lead and then becoming a client. So amazing books, got a ton of info again on the practical side of how do you make more money, starting with this most important phase of prospecting. So if you run a marketing agency like myself, it's going to be incredibly valuable. If you run, to be honest, any service-based business where you need to find businesses or clients, it's going to be perfect for you. If you run an online coaching or consulting business, again, it's going to definitely work for you. And look, even if you don't run a business and you work in sales or lead generation, this book is definitely going to give you value. And finally, moving on to book number 3. Now, this book, again, this is a book I have read so many times. I can't tell you the exact number, but like Cybernetics, I come back to this very, very often. Probably once a year on repeat, and I've done so for the last 3 to 4 years. This book is called The E-Myth Revisited. I believe there was a previous version just called The E-Myth, but I have not read that one. I first came across this book when I was doing freelancing work, and this really shifted my mindset. This book really taught me the key differences between a business owner, right? Someone who owns a business that runs for them. Not someone who's slaving away all day to maintain a business, but a business that is literally being run by a team and a system and basically like a machine, rather than being run just by one person who's slaving away 12, 14, 16 hours every day. So again, very practical, but it also gives incredible examples to make this super concrete in your mind. The author talks quite a lot about those key differences between person A, the business owner who's got staff, who's got systems, who's got basically a machine that is working for them. And then on the other hand, we've got the local entrepreneur who owns maybe a plumbing or construction business or even a local bakery. And that entrepreneur is trapped. Like, they're literally working a job, but they're working for themselves. If they don't show up 16 hours a day, the business goes to crap. If they miss a sick day, they make no money. And so there's some great insights of how you can go from being this person who's trying to do everything yourself, slaving away, not ever building a system, not having a team in place, and having no strategy to scale to the next level, where you're just trying to put out fires every single day. So it really takes you on a journey from this all the way over to the other side, becoming a business owner with systems, with people, and really building that machine that's going to work for you and not by you. And there was a really great part of this book that is always going to stick with me, and the author talks a lot about an entrepreneurial seizure. Okay, so I'll give you the example. Let's say you're working a 9 to 5 right now, and let's say in this case you're doing some marketing. Okay, so you're doing some marketing with a company, and you're having those doubts. You're saying, if I'm doing marketing for this company, why don't I just do it myself? Like, why don't I go out there, find these businesses, and I'll just do it myself. I'll get paid more, I'll have more freedom, and I'll have my own business. And that is the start of the entrepreneurial seizure, right? So it's that initial excitement and that vision of, wow, I could do something different. But what happens to a lot of people with that route is that they quit the job, they start by themselves, but then they become trapped as a freelancer, as a contractor, as the sole proprietor of that business. So what they've essentially done is, yes, they've created their own business, but they're just working another job. Like the local plumber, mechanic, or bakery store owner, a lot of times they fall into that trap, right? And they just become the worker, the 9 to 5 worker for their own company. Which, to be honest, if you want to do that, 100%, like, go for it. And if that's what you want to do, then definitely do it. But if you were just really good at something, let's say, for example, you're really good at marketing and you're working for that company, just because you're good at the marketing does not mean you're going to be great at running a marketing business, because running a business is very different than performing the act of marketing. And that's why people fall into the trap. Again, it's someone who's a mechanic. They're really good at their job, incredibly skilled, talented, and they deliver a great service, right, to the clients, to the customers of that business. And they're thinking, I'm so good at this, why can't I just do it myself? I'll do it myself, I'm better than everyone else at doing this, and I'll get more money, and I'll have more customers. But they overlook the fact that now you've got to build a business. And with a business comes everything else. You've got to do your accounting, you've got to do your tax returns, you've got to handle inventory, supply, like, there's so many different things. So if you're not ready for that and you're not ready to build the systems and hire people into that business, you are going to become trapped and you're going to be stuck in that 9 to 5 that you've created for yourself. There you have it, folks. 3 semi-unpopular books that have made me tons of money. So if you want practical, real advice, definitely check out those books. And if you want to learn more from myself and how I've built my own marketing business into a machine, right, into a system that works where I just have to do a little bit here and there, but I am not trapped within it. Definitely hit the subscribe button, stick around for some future videos, and check out the 6-Figure Accelerator program, which is my mentorship program, where I will personally teach you how to build your own SMMA or marketing business in a very systematized and real way that's going to make you money, but it's also going to give you free time and location freedom. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.